In this video, we are gonna see how to connect S3 bucket to Matillion ETL. The Matillion ETL is built on Amazon Web Service Cloud, and the target of this particular Matillion ETL is Snowflake. So let's get started. I'm gonna use So we do have our S3 bucket here ready. So imagine you already have an S3 bucket. This is my bucket, and herein I have this data set, and this particular data set or file I want to make sure that it is visible on my Matillion ETL tool. So for that, to access this bucket from Matillion ETL, first we need one role or a user. Here I will be creating one IAM user. Add user. I'll just say Matillion user. Now here you can attach policies directly also, or you can add it to group and attach the roles if you want to. I'm attaching the policy directly as I need to access S3 bucket. I'm gonna give Amazon S3 full access. Click on next, and here I'll say create user. Okay, I'll now need this ARN, so I'll keep this open, and I need to now say tell AWS, like, if this particular user is coming to a S3 bucket and trying to access the bucket, let it access the bucket. Correct? So I'll assign now this ARN into my S3's policy, bucket policy. So let me edit this policy. Now I already have something in place. Okay. So here is the version S3. Allow. Here we need to add that IAM role, which will do it. And here it is saying allow the particular IAM role. Here I'm going to add that IAM role. IAM role, the action of listing bucket, and also the action on the items in the bucket. So here also I'll change it to the IAM role. Okay, so this is where my S3 bucket policy stands. I have given my IAM role access to the bucket and as well as the contents of the bucket. So let's move on to IAM Matillion user. Let's see if all is set. Okay, so this user is ready. This user can now access the S3 bucket. But how are we gonna attach this user with this Matillion ETL? Correct? That's the next part. So for that, what we'll do is, in Matillion we do have access keys and all. So we are gonna do it by access key method. So here in AWS IAM, we are gonna create one access key. So go to security credentials, click on create access key, and here we are gonna say third party service. Next, just set some name, purpose or something. So I'm gonna connect S3 to Matillion, so I'm gonna say the same. Okay, now I'm gonna say create access key. Here is my credentials, so I'll just copy it down. I suggest you also do the same, just to have it with you. And here you can copy this as well. Okay, so this is something you would need while you are setting up your Matillion system to access the S3. So now we are set with this, the AWS part. Let's go to Matillion. So this is my Matillion tool, and now what I'm gonna do is, this is my project, people and inclusion, and I'm gonna create one. Add one orchestration job, and I'll say load HR data from S3. You can name it whatever. Yes, and here it gives me a starting point. Here I'm gonna search for S3, and here this is our, like, it gives you all the types of components, but I need to load data from S3. So you can use this, you can use this. I prefer using a wizard. So here you go, and give here the our bucket path. So let's say S3. In this example, could not retrieve AWS credential for environment. So it's saying environment has no credentials. So you remember I said, like, we have done this, but we have not yet kept put down this credentials, this access key and secret access key anywhere in this Matillion ETL tool. So now we need to do that. To do that, go to project in Matillion, go to project, then manage credentials, and then in under AWS tab, just click on this and say S3 Matillion credentials, or you can just, I'm gonna copy. Okay, where is the name? I'm gonna copy the same name what I created here in the description part, and the access key ID which I have saved. So that's why you need to save these things, and then the secret key. Okay, here I'm saying encoded, and I'll test this. So here it says S3 success. We don't need to care about other ones, because for this particular user we have just given access to S3 bucket, and that is success. So we are good with it. So click on OK. Here also OK. Let's try it again. So the environment has no credentials. So okay, or access denied or something is coming, then we need to do one more step. That is, you see here it is environment. Go here, click on the environment that you're currently in, edit environment, and here see there are no credentials. So you can select one of this is what we have created. If you select this, it will again give you a different error saying access denied, but our main key is this. So you need to select this. Next, this is all what we did at the start. If you want, you can test this, and it says success. Okay, let's finish this, and let's load the S3 load generator again. See, it already came. So for that particular environment, that key, this is the only access we are given, so it automatically gave me this bucket. And here I'm gonna click this, click on OK, and I'll say get my sample. So this is my sample file. So this is how you connect S3 to Matillion ETL. Thank you.